Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the ESFL Network live here with Primetime 2. This is going to be an amazing card. 6 fights that we have for you today. I am your play-by-play and host, commentator Kingsley, and alongside me, you know him as Ruthless Omni. Omni, how are you doing today, man?
I'm feeling great, man. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. This whole fight card is looking to be one heck of a banger, especially in Primetime MMA. This is their second fight card on the ESFL network. And speaking of this fight card, let's take a look at it for a little bit and see what fights are we excited for. Starting with you, Omni, what fights are you looking forward to? Because we have a great co-main and a main event that is looking super amazing. So what fights catch your eye right here?
Well, I'm looking at Hummer versus ICB Lipo. Hummer coming with great boxing combos, and ICB Lipo is well-rounded and pretty aggressive, so those should make a pretty interesting matchup. Also, I'm looking at DynoMMA, obviously, coming off 2 victories in Primetime MMA with his fight against ImColdBlooded, and they're both undefeated in the ESFL, so somebody's O's got to go, and that's going to be a banger.
Absolutely right. All these fights are going to be an absolute banger. I have called one of Dino's fights, and you heard that infamous call for me saying the overhand. So be looking to see one heck of a 5-round war when it comes to the main event. But before we get into our main event, it seems like both of our fighters in the first fight are in the fight selection. So let's get into it. And Omni, what can you tell me about these 2 competitors right here? It's Mayhem versus Cyrus and Looney. Starting with Mayhem, what do you have on him with the scouting report?
Good footwork and feint. 1-0 in the ESFL. So, he's really looking to work the jab and work the body. I'm talking about the Looney, Cryas Looney, Cyrus. I'm so sorry if I botched your name. And then we're looking at Mayhem, and he's also 1-0 inside of Prime MMA 2, coming off of a victory between Iron Skull with a first-round leg kick, which is insane. Right now, we're looking at his good kickboxing, his great defense, and he's going to come out there looking for a KO. Both of these are very accomplished strikers, and we see some good action here. And very interesting picks, I would say, as well, with Dan Hooker and Steve. Wow, man, why can't I say his name? You go ahead.
Jeremy Stephens and Daniel Hooker. It's a boxer versus boxer fight. And Omni, take it away. I need to refresh my stream, but this is going to be one heck of a slug-em-out brawl right here.
Oh, absolutely. We got a battle coming up. Both of these men very cordial, very respectful. And let's see what's going on already. Starting with the feint. And the Looney is already establishing his dominance in the center of the octagon. A nice body kick from Mayhem. Again lands the lead leg body kick. That is going to be a problem if he can continue to land these feints and land into the body. Very nice lunging straight attack right into the body for Looney. That's excellent. That's some excellent work right there. Now looking at Hooker here, they're just kind of feeling each other out. And this is something that, you see in regular fights. But he's really trying, maybe they're a little nervous. But here comes Stevens, and he's moving forward here. Nice punch work. Gets him right in the... Ooh, hits him twice with the uppercut into the body, and that's going to be damaging over time. But another lead leg kick right to the body. Lead leg right to the body. And this is interesting. He misses the rear leg kick, and that's a wonderful 2-piece combo with an extension on the jab at the end. And now he lunges right to the body with a straight. Excellent work. Fantastically leg kick right there, and another straight to the body. Both of these men are not afraid to go to the body here today. They're not afraid of that uppercut. That's excellent. That's some excellent work right there. Again, both of them feeling each other out, and another lead leg kick, but this time a switch right to the body with the lead leg. Oh, but this time he's caught, and he catches him right in the head with a... Ooh, that's excellent. Excellent clinch work. And another switch kick to the body. This is really going to start adding up here. And the stream's just refreshing, folks. So just give me 1 second. The stream should be coming back up. All right, fantastic. And that's awesome. And that's leg body kick. He is landing that in succession. That is excellent work. Ooh, very nice hook right there. And we already know in UFC 4, the body hooks are vicious. That was a very good jab hook from Mayhem. Another body kick. These will add up. These are definitely going to add up here. All right, so they're just filling each other out. The good thing from Cyrus the Looney, he's really keeping his he's really putting pressure on him to keep him on the back of the cage, and that can come in. And again body kick, Jesus, and another body straight. Nice check of the leg kick, nice lead hook, and another body kick. This is really adding up. But one thing to make note of, Daniel Hooker's stamina. Now, granted, it would be much lower if he wasn't landing these amazing combos over and over again. Nice switch kick, but he gets caught and punished for it with a jab hook right to the face, and nice straight from Cyrus again with a switch kick. This man needs to start blocking his body. Oh,
absolutely. I mean, Omni, you're doing such a great job calling this action as we're getting down to the last couple of seconds of the first round. And for what you've been saying, it's been one heck of a brawl so far. Since you've been calling that whole round, who do you think had the most, like, the best advantage in that end of the first round?
I think that taking a look at this entire situation, right? You look at Jeremy Stevens keeping his composure, standing and making Daniel Hooker come to him. However, he's eating a lot of body hits. He's eating a lot of hits to the body from Mayhem, and that is going to be a major component.
So as we are in the second round here of our first fight of the prelims on Primetime MMA 2, the second fight card for our ESFL network, and you can see Mayhem trying to come in with some nice clean combinations. That block gauge is going to be solo for Cyrus. Cyrus needs to find a way to counter and come back. He's trying to attack the body a little bit, but Mayhem still putting on the pressure with a couple leg kicks right there, Omni.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mayhem is doing his best. He's really trying to land this league leg to the body. And again, he's just using his kick so excellently. And that's jump uppercut hook, the staple of UFC 3. And he lands a nice straight hook and another body kick. He is really coming over.
Ooh! What a kick! What a vicious kick on me! That is going to score some massive points right there.
Absolutely, that's a rock, and if this goes to decision, the judges will take that into consideration. And that right there is an excellent hook rear body kick from Cyrus the Looney. Now he's in a little bit of trouble here. Again, he was rocked in the front kick. He's getting hit numerous times in the body, and Hooker's trying to pressure. That's a wonderful kick from him, Kingsley.
Absolutely, as we're winding down with 3 minutes remaining of the second round, both guys are pulling the pressure. Mayhem getting a knockdown, but here we go. We see Cyrus trying to answer back a little bit. He's trying to take his time with the distance, but again, he's suffering those body kicks so much. And another leg kick, just changing up the levels. It seems like his opponent is trying to get away from these strikes, but again, he's just waiting his turn. But again, the distance fighting, both guys want to be a little bit of a counterpart. A little bit of a body shot, almost trying to land, but again, whips. But a nice hook comes out clean from Cyrus. Cyrus trying to take the body, but gets a vicious uppercut for his shovels. Tries to get a cover, but a nice sidestep into a body shot. And Mayhem is looking really good because the head health of Cyrus is looking low, but a nice body shot. Oh, but the head kick lands! Ooh. Huge head kick landing for Mayhem, and Mayhem's looking really good right now on me.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. He is showing his footwork, and he is dancing all over Cyrus with his legs right now. Hitting him in the body, hitting him in the head. He doesn't know where it's coming from. Again, another front kick. He is landing in succession, and I don't think Cyrus has an answer. I don't think he has an answer at all, Kingsley.
I mean, he needs to find an answer really quickly because he's getting hit with those vicious kicks. Once again, he has his opponent's back against, but he gets sidestep and hit to the knee of the body. I mean, Mayhem's been using a lot of stamina, but he's been using it effectively, trying to hit the home run shots. But oh, here we go to the wrestling. Tries to get a change out, but gets denied by Mayhem. Good takedown defense by him. Going back to the stand-up as we are winding down, getting closer and closer to the 30-second mark of this second round. Excuse me. The action has been fast-paced, and you see Cyrus trying to come up with a different kick, but gets a head kick landing, just perfectly timed it, getting his opponent off guard. But now we're going to the ground here, Omni.
What a wonderful takedown, and the ground is absolutely my game. And absolutely.
Oh, would this be it?
Saving Cyrus. I think he would have been able to pull him down here. Kingsley, looking at that last round, what are you thinking? What do you think?
Oh, man, I mean, we saw from the last fight card that we saw on the ESFL that you can't let your opponent just get away with that 1 second left, because that 1 second left will just be the crucial opportunity to get a knockout. But as we go into this third final round, monster get time for Cyrus. Cyrus attacking the body, doing some good work with another overhand. He's putting on the pressure right now, Omni. This is crazy.
This is absolutely crazy. And now this is a
counter.
And he, even if he was doing an amazing great trip, and let's see if he can advance here. It's a good get up right there from Mayhem. That's a wonderful get up. He's really trying to get his back into the cage, and he did it with a nice sway. Go ahead.
It seemed like, but I was going to say Cyrus was looking good, but the combinations are going hot and heavy for Mayhem, causing Mayhem in the third and final round. Oh, he almost could have landed that front kick, but it just didn't land. But these hooks are being killers against Cyrus. Cyrus needs to find a way to implement his strategy a little bit more. He's getting these strikes out very nicely, but Mayhem just hitting the front kicks. Gets a nice block, but again, the whips are just so detrimental to Cyrus trying to make a comeback. Oh, the head kick almost landing, but doesn't get it. Here we go, Mayhem. Turn this up. Oh, a good whip. Terrible. He's going to go for the down here, but gets denied here, Omni.
Holding
oh, the vicious uppercut into the ground and pound. Will this Belgian roll? No, he gets back up. He doesn't go for the ground and pound there.
It's real for Cyrus. Oh, my God. Goodness, he is so disrespectful, this man. So he's coming at him with so many different kicks in this fight, and he really mixed it up. So now when Cyrus is seeing this, he doesn't know what to do. He's running into these and getting over and over again. Oh! Getting perfect with simple things, but they don't become that way. When you start mixing up the leg kicks, the body kicks, you can throw that high kick and be safe. When you start having your opponent retaliate like this and try to go for the knockout, you can counter effectively. And let's see how this kind of ends down when we wind down the last minute and 30 seconds.
I mean, it is definitely, both guys are going for the gusto, put on the show in Primetime MMA 2, and these guys are trying to go for the vicious knockout, but will there be any time for Cyrus to possibly make a comeback? His stamina is low, both guys' stamina is low, but the side steps are just so crucial. I'm surprised he doesn't go for a body shot there, because Mayhem is looking like he won a toss of Mayhem. Omni, this is going to be crazy. Oh, but that might be it.
I think this is going to be Mayhem looking to get the finish, but he's getting no stamina, so he's really trying to pace it out, and that could have been KO. It looks like he's now trying to take the back, and he gets denied oh wow. The
back put into a half guard here. Oh, it looked like we're going to go to submission. I don't think he's going to get the submission in time, so he's going to go to the judges scorecard, but what a performance by Mayhem, going for knockdowns and getting the submission attempt as we approach the end of the third and final round, as we're going to go to judges scorecards. Omni, what are your thoughts about this whole fight in general?
Mayhem beat the absolute crap out of him. I think he just continued to land with body kicks. He continued to mix up his attack to the point where he was able to do stuff like this, landing high kicks in succession, and just you can't allow yourself to get hit in the body like that. You have to start mixing up on your opponent, whether you're pressuring with the wrestling, with the hand. Maybe the Jeremy Stevens pick with the short hands and the slower hands compared to Daniel Hooker.
Let's hear what Bruce Buffer has to say about the judges' scorecards.
29-27. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, Daniel the Hangman Hooker.
There it is. Mayhem gets the victory of our first fight of the prelims. And you hear it, interestingly, it was 29-27. So apparently a very unique score when it came to the contest. It seemed like Cyrus was able to get some shots, but Mayhem putting out a huge result, maybe a 10-8 round in one of those rounds right there. What do you think about that whole fight in general when you look back on it?
I think Mayhem did a very good job at controlling the pace of the fight and controlling distance. He used the range of Daniel Hooker to allow himself the opportunities to counter, right? Like, and if you're inside of that fight and somebody's speaking like in the top, 20 and such, if you're inside of that kind of situation and your opponent is constantly looking to counter, sometimes it's good to just step back and breathe. And I don't think Cyrus did that. I think he was a little nervous perhaps. But right now, at the end of that, Cyrus is now 1-1 and Mayhem's 2-0 inside of Primetime MMA 2. And that comes off an impressive striking accolade, which really goes with his profile of looking for a KO and being a kickboxer. His defense was solid.
Absolutely. Everything was solid about that fight. if that's our first fight, I can't wait to see when we get to further on in our fights, because we only have 5 fights left. We are live on Twitch and on YouTube for Primetime MMA 2 on the ESFL network, live here on Wednesdays. And it looks like our second fight is ready to go, as if both fighters are in the fighter selection. It seems like our next fight is going to be Lang Lucas versus Phoenix Jungle. And what can you tell me about these two competitors as they're fighting in the middleweight division here?
Well, they're using the fight coming up, Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa. I'm going for Izzy. And right now, looking at this, Fix Jungle, his game plan is to use a lot of head movement and throw some combinations. He's looking for a finish in the first and second round, and he's 0-1 inside of Primetime MMA. And then looking at Lang Lucas, his game plan is to assess what's going on here, use that power from Paulo Costa. He thinks he's going to get an early stoppage. And this is his debut, and his statement is this: looking to show what I'm made of in the community and have been on the verge of top 100 for a year now on both UFC 3 and 4. Let's see what happens.
Well, here we go, our second fight of the prelims for Primetime MMA 2 on the ESFL network. We see Lucas using the style bender versus Paulo Costa. That was no problem. Oh, what an overhand lands! Huge overhand, and he taunts his opponent. Lucas, he could have been hit with an overhand there. This has already been crazy, and we haven't even approached 30 seconds here on me. Well, what the heck is happening?
Lang said that he was going to be looking to get that kind of finish early. And this is his statement, right? So Phoenix Phoenix really... Oh, and lovely slip. Lovely slip. I love the groundwork. Right now, we have kind of an issue right now. Jungle is getting pounded on right here, and Lang lets him up. Lang lets him up, trying to make a statement here and trying to go for an early finish.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready, because I feel like we're going to see a knockout in the first round. Both guys going for the gusto. I mean, oh, what a spinning body. Oh, what a head kick. What are these guys doing? It's just a home run derby. Both guys swinging for the fences like it's at Fenway right now. We're going back to the ground. Just have a little reprieve, but Omni, oh my goodness. Oh, but a submission attempt right here. The first strike land. No, he gets out of it.
This right here is interesting, right? Because take a look at Jungle's stamina. That is going to be huge if this gets into the third round. Right now, as you can see, it's very clear Paulo is going to get out of this triangle attempt, and they eventually will most likely go back on his feet. But here comes a slam.
Slam, baby. He gets the slam into side control, and he's in the side control, but again, a nice get up. Lucas knowing what he needs to do to defend those ground and pounds, because that's been the meta for UFC 4. And both guys going for overhands, and a question mark kick lands. He taunts again. What? Jungle needs to do something differently. He goes for overhand, almost lands, but doesn't get it. Both guys just swinging and swinging. And a nice takedown defense by Lucas. Lucas attacking the body a little bit. And get ready, guys. We're going to see head kicks and overhands trying to land. Who's going to blink first? Both guys going for combinations. Both guys wanted to take a break. Oh, a huge whip. And now we see the clinch and the body shots landing with the stamina being so low for Paulo Costa. Tries to land another head kick, but doesn't land. He needs to try something different, but oh, the stamina's slow for Lucas. I'm surprised Jungle didn't go for the body shots right there, Omni.
Well, and I think that it's just the experience gap here, and again, I'm not talking anything bad about Jungle. He's almost at half.
Oh, another head kick.
He's throwing huge shots. He needs to stop doing this, and he needs to start actually assessing the situation. He's already
hook land. To the Chelsea row. He doesn't have it. There it is. First round ground and pound knockout by Lang Lucas as he gets the victory.
Wow, what a debut statement, coming in here and doing the complete turning his opponent. He's been on the verge for top 100, and he's looking to break into the top 100 on night. Shoving 2 pieces into his side, and he is ready to go. His pick for Israel Adesanya was amazing, and I think that he capitalized on his opponent's weaknesses here tonight. Very good, very well-rounded fight from Lang Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, from the get-go, it was just go 100 miles per hour, just try to land overhands and head kicks and question marks. I'm interested to see what he does in his next fight, because I felt like that fight was too crazy to tell, like, what really he can do when he's under pressure. I mean, sure, he got hit with some overhands and it was a little bit crazy, but he taunted, he was doing, I will say this, his ground and pound defense was really good.
That was really awesome.
I would really like to see what he does against maybe higher up competition. Not to take any credit from both these competitors, because they definitely put on the show, but I would love to see what happens when he faces some adversity in his next fight. So hopefully we get to see that in his next fight. But moving on to the card, we are almost halfway. We have our third fight ready to go. It's going to be Hummer versus ICB Aleppo. And Omni, what do you have about these two competitors that are going to be fighting our third fight?
Hummer, and this is a fight I was excited for. Hummer's 1-0 inside of Primetime MMA. He got a first round KO over Fink's Jungle, as we just saw in the last fight. And he plans on keeping it on the feet and looking for that KO. His statement was simple: I'm really excited for this opponent opportunity to showcase his skills. And that's fantastic, right? He's got some great boxing combos. He's a counter striker and a headhunter. And if we take a look at Aleppo, right? Aleppo's game plan is to capitalize on his opponent's weaknesses, which is, I think, what we would all like to do, but fantastic. He's a well-rounded fighter, and he's looking for a clean KO. So if this hits the ground, we can expect that it's not going to be a ground and pound sesh. We can see that he's going to be looking to knock him out, let his opponent up. This might just be a stand-up war that we're looking for. He's aggressive, and he's representing the ICB Fight Camp. I'm not familiar on Xbox, Kingsley. I don't know if you are. ICB Fight Camp. Let's see if he can represent his fight camp with some some girth, I guess.
Absolutely. With some... I mean, from what I've seen from the ICB guys, there was this one guy that I saw fight recently. His name was Doctor, and he put on a wrestling clinic. So ICB is none to mess with when it comes to fight camp. So it'd be really interesting to see what his fight member does in this kind of situation, because now he's in the ESFL Network spotlight, and he's going against Hummer, which is going to be a good shot, a good fight. I mean, from what we've seen from the last two previous fights, it's going to be nothing but a brawl. And maybe with a match without, maybe he goes for a flying knee, tries to go for an incredible KO. And you see in the start of this first round, both guys just swing a little bit. We saw a little bit of a pull, try to go for a little bit of a pull counter, but now we see leg kicks landing in. And both guys want to fight in a phone booth. It seems like you were correct in this counter report that both guys are going to go for a stand-up war. And we're going to see body levels and just slips and pulls and all of those things all around. Both guys are going for the gusto, and we see a nice whip uppercut getting out of the way. And front kick landing, but Masvidal going for a takedown. Okay, into side control.
And that right there, I think, shows what the ICB camp is really about, right? Being well-rounded, not just a striking game, right? This is not UFC 3. This is UFC 4, and we can take people down in this. And it doesn't matter if you're a striker, you can do it. And I think that what he's showing right now is he's looking to try and drain the stamina. Oh, that was an excellent transition mid counter, because he went for a full guard, and now he's ground and pounding. He is ground and pounding Hummer, and he's looking really good. Let's see what
he's looking really good. You usually don't expect a Masvidal pick. I mean, we all know the ground and pound is really good, but Masvidal being a top game, that's usually unorthodox when you come into ESFL or ESFL Network gameplay. You usually see guys trying to stand up because he's really good striking. So the fact that he's so confident in the wrestling game, it seems like ICB is a bunch of wrestlers who love to stand up and have a very vast knowledge when it comes to the ground game, because it's just a wrestling clinic right now.
Yeah, completely got me by surprise. But this right here is what you call an educated fighter. He's coming at this and saying, I'm fighting another striker. I'm going to take him down. I'm going to wear on him, and I'm going to do some damage. An excellent get up here from Edwards. However, the game is still glitched, so he is going to take some damage from doing that, but so close to the cage. Can't wait for that patch to come out for this to not be this way.
It's going to come soon, hopefully, but man, we saw his opponent, Hummer, he had the objective to escape in that situation, but he got turned around to his back in the cage, and now we're in this clinch for a really long time that we usually see from other competitors, and we just see the knees come out and the body shots coming up with Aleppo doing a great job.
Very good, very good. Now we can start seeing the striking again, and maybe Hummer can start showing what he actually likes to do. He picked at Leon Edwards because he wants to be explosive and he wants to do some good counters.
Yeah, but he's suffering some vicious combinations from Aleppo. Aleppo getting some nice shots, but he can't suffer overhands like that because that will be damaging if he picks up any momentum. As we are winding down the first round of our third fight here on Primetime MMA 2. And Omni, your thoughts? It seemed like it's pretty dominant from ICB Aleppo. Did we see the replay here?
He said nice, respect. So pretty much he took him down and he was able to deny the half guard up transition from side control. If you're able to deny that, that shows some high level gameplay skill there. That's usually a really hard one to deny. So I would expect the same exact thing in the next round, but I would give that one to ICB for the first round, showing what his camp is about, showing that well-rounded MMA skill. Let's see if E Hummer can adjust and he can capitalize on that opportunity.
Absolutely, that's the name of the game, adaptability. As we go into the second round, E Hummer in the blue gloves, using the Edwards pick. Aleppo being the wrestling savant in that first round, using basketball, but he has strikes and he has hands as he puts down his opponent, E Hummer, to the canvas. And now we see the striking coming out fast and furious, calling Vin Diesel in the octagon as another hook lands. Aleppo put on a striking clinic in the second round, just adapting ability. A nice front kick, but now we need to see E Hummer just trying to find a way, but oh, the strikes line, oh, but a nice whip. Oh, if he just attacked the body again, that center would go low so bad, but Aleppo taking the time and getting some uppercuts landed. This has to be so good for Aleppo, just bouncing off the momentum of that first round there on me.
Absolutely. Take a look at the E Hummer's health. I mean, you look at his head, it's low. His body, it's low. His stamina, it's getting lower. I mean, this right here is the best opportunity to start striking him. Because, honestly, one good counter, and you're going to lock him. And that right there is the advantage of picking a Jorge Masvidal. And what a lovely side kick to really set the tone and create the distance. He should have blocked that, and he didn't, and he got landed right in the body. That was an awesome front kick, lead leg front kick to a straight. Ooh, pretty good forehand. Kingsley.
Don't look now. Don't look now. E Hummer, he's getting some momentum, but as soon as I say that, commentator's gone. Oh, what a front kick! Woo!
Kicked him in the
ICB Aleppo just knocked him into the next century. As you see, the knockout KO from Masvidal doing what he does. Look for the replay. Boom! Into the face of Edwards. My goodness. Aleppo came here to play, putting ICB on the map again.
I honestly love this because this is an MMA fight, and you saw somebody who knows the full game of this, or at least enough about the game, can do. He took the man down. He beat him up on the ground. He hurt him with the stamina. He gained the advantage, and then on the feet, he struck. Even if he didn't have that best striking, right? He still had an advantage because his head health was there. And he took advantage. Very good from ICB's camp, and I look forward to seeing more from them, Kingsley. What about you?
Absolutely. I will first and foremost apologize to E Hummer. I feel like I gave you the commentator's curse because you had some good combinations in that second round. You were able to land that overhead. As soon as I was going to acknowledge how well you were doing coming back, you just get pieced up and then hit with a front kick into the next medieval century, or what, like back into the future or some sort. I mean, that was absolutely insane. But ICB is nothing to play with. I mean, Aleppo and Doctor, those guys have been looking good. I'm excited to see what their next fight is. And that was our third fight of the evening. So, like, if ICB Aleppo is in that third fight, just imagine what we're going to be having next up as we're getting closer and closer to our co-main and our main event. It's only going to get better. But, man, that, like, take your breath because we are going to be in our next fight because our next fight is ready to go as they are, my goodness, if you see the head-to-head, they are ready for a fight. It's our number 4 fight. It's Quidsworth versus Kryptonite King. Love that name. What can you tell me about these two fighters right here?
So, first of all, Quidsworth, well-rounded striker. He loves to work that body, right? And he's a pressure striker, too. So he's going to keep going at you and sneaking those little punches right to the body. Kryptonite King is a big kickboxer. He's got good defensive grappling, and he has a very high chance of going for the head. Now, here's the thing, though. They're both coming off of a 0-1 in the ESFL Primetime MMA. So right now, one of these people are going to win, and the other one's going to do 0-2 inside of the ESFL. Who wants it more? That's what this fight's about. Who wants it more? Who's improved their game?
I mean, they faced each other like over 300 times. It was 151 to 139. These guys know each other like the back of their hands with an Anthony Pettis pick in the red corner. I love it for Kryptonite King. And then Quintsworth going an unorthodox pick. I mean, this is going to be a heck of a fight. We're ready to see some fireworks here as this is the fight before our co-main event fight of the Primetime MMA 2 fight card. And already a splash rock right there. Both guys going for the gusto, and it seems like we're about to go 100 miles per hour again in this fight here, Omni.
Absolutely. Did you see that hook to the spinning wheel kick to the head? This man right here, Quidworth, is really looking for a finish. And that was an awesome rock earlier. Very good lead body kick here. And again, as we were talking about before, Kryptonite King is going for the body, and so is Quidworth. My goodness, when the name went away. Anyway, so very good sway, and he lands and counters twice now. One with the body kick, and again with the hook. Kingsley,
Head kick.
That was bad.
Vicious head kick. Now, I don't want to curse it. I don't want to jinx it, but I have to say, if Kryptonite King does a Showtime kick off the cage to knock him out, I will lose my absolute mind. But before we even get to that, or even hope for it, both guys are just putting on a kicking clinic, attacking the body a little bit. You see Kryptonite King trying to go for the body, and Quizworth, he's going for the gusto, trying to do a spinning roundhouse kick on his opponent. But again, a huge whiff. Both guys attacking the body, so stamina is going to come into play, and body health will come into play. And we see both guys, we see a lot of pull, we see a lot of side steps from Kryptonite King. Kryptonite King trying to put it on the defensive clinic as well. But a nice catch and a sweeping of the leg called Cobra Kai, trying to take him down. And oh, a vicious uppercut. That will do some damage to the head for Quintsworth. Quintsworth is trying to get back some momentum. Oh, but he summons an uppercut. Here we go. Spinning body kick for Kryptonite King. Kryptonite King feeling like he's in rhythm right now, Omni.
Absolutely. And you know what? Now they're 1-1 for rocks. And they're also doing a lot of damage to each other's body. When you saw the amount of times these guys have fought next to each other, it's very clear that they know each other very well, as you said earlier. Because they're countering each other almost perfectly, and that right there was a huge whiff. And if Quidworth could take advantage, and he didn't, unfortunately, but he could have, and perhaps would have capitalized on that, that would have been great. But that right there was awesome, and very good body straight from Quidworth. Right now, they're just filling each other out, kicking for Casper, whiffing like crazy. But you know what? Very good front kick from Quidworth to Kryptonite King, and that was right there. Nice body hit.
Absolutely. 30 seconds left. We are like, I just want to give a special shout out to the UFC for rating us, and welcome to the ESFL network. We are live here on Twitch and on YouTube. We welcome all of you guys watching this amazing 4-5 of Primetime MMA 2 as we are winding down the couple of seconds. It has been an amazing fight. Homie, take it away. How do you feel about this fight so far?
We got rated by UFC. That's fantastic. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ESFL. This fight's going really well. We got two competitors that know each other pretty well. Anthony Pettis, Mark Desson, and these guys are going, Jamis, I think I'm saying his name wrong. Either way, they're going at it. And this right here, so far, it's just a tricky counter clinic. They're both looking to sneak those body shots in. They're both looking to, you know, outplay their opponent. And again, very nice to let go of that lead body kick, Kingsley.
Absolutely, as we are just getting started with the second round right here. Unorthodox picks that we usually see in UFC 4. Anthony Pettis and a Takasi pick. I mean, both guys are just trying to find their way. These guys have faced each other over 300 times, so this is a bit of a grudge match in the spotlight of the ESFL network, as both guys are trying to put in shots. And as you can see, the toe strikes landed 53 for the blue corner and only 35 I think we saw for Kryptonite King, but Kryptonite King able to get a rock in those attributes. So both guys attacking the bite, changing up their levels. Both guys trying to figure out their way to get the leg kicks going, trying to figure out how to open up their opponents, as both guys are playing really nicely. Oh, but we say heel drop. Take it away, Omni. Oh, heel drop down.
Oh my goodness. So the ESFL, real quick, let's take a look at this real quick. We're broadcasting the gaming aspect of this. So if you're a gamer for ESFL or you're a gamer for UFC 4 and you like competitive fights, come watch us, give us a follow. We'll enjoy that. But let's get back to this action real quick. Kryptonite King right now is in a bit of trouble.
As you say, Omni, as you were saying, This is the ESFL network. This is where the high-level competitors of the UFC 4 come to battle and show up and show out and put on amazing shows like that. After we see a heel drop, but Nate's coming out. This is what you can expect from the ESFL network and high-level competitive UFC 4 gameplay. Both guys trying to put on a show, trying to get a knockout. As we see body shots landing, both guys' stamina has been depleted. It's getting low. Oh, but a nice vicious up kick. But passing another head kick. Oh, Quizworth needs to find a way to just counter back. He can't take these shots so much. Hopefully hop back into the commentary screen and try to get that whole thing situated. We apologize for the technical difficulties.
It happens, folks.
And it happens. When you deal with circumstances like this, usually things like these happen from time to time. It's unfortunate, but hopefully we get that fight back and pick it up where we left off, because that fight was very exciting. We see both guys using like an Anthony Pettis unorthodox picks, and we saw like kicks, crazy knockdowns, and crazy rocks happening. That was a crazy fight so far, and man, I can't wait to see like what's gonna happen like later on, because that fight looked like it was gonna be really, it was gonna get going, and it was really exciting to see.
So we're gonna take a brief intermission. As we go through, go get yourself a drink of water, go stretch out your bodies. We're going to get these technical issues fixed, and then we're going to be right back to you. Kingsley, anything to leave them with?
We'll be right back. So stick right there and we'll get some more. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We have the fight back, and we're going to take a look at what happened at the end of this fight right here, so we could just make sure we have that all settled. So we're just going to join back in where this fight left off. So here we go, as we are getting back in. You can see, a vision, huge rock for Quizworth. And as we were saying before we had that unfortunate technical issue, that this fight has been crazy, and you can see it right there. Quizworth coming back with with a rock of his own on me.
Absolutely. And I think what we've seen so far is that Quizworth's style, his level of kick. Oh, the show's on kick! That would have been really cool if it landed.
I am Nostradamus. That would have been crazy. Oh, but so
nice kick from Pettis there. I think what we've seen here is back and forth of flashy kicks, but you see right now, Kryptonite's body is freaking damaged. Knee to the body. Quizworth is being relentless right now and going to the body, and that right there is a blocked wheel kick, and another attempt for a wheel kick from Quizworth. Now a jumping switch kick. Oh my goodness, these guys are just headhunting for the...
Are you not entertained? We had a whole sequence of both guys as a spinning back fist lines. We had a whole sequence of just knees coming out from the woodwork for both competitors, and my goodness, it's been crazy. Oh, he could have landed that. Is he going to possibly try to get back to the cage? I mean, his head health and block gauge is low. Tries to go for a Superman punch, but doesn't let it. Oh, but the body will fall. And the head kick, almost trying to let both guys do a nice. Oh, with the body, he's trying to go for a flashy knockout. Who is going to get the crazy knockout? Here we go. Oh, but the body uppercut here on me. This could be trouble. Kryptonite King looks so well in these last two rounds, but it seems like, oh, the spinning roundhouse. This could be all she wrote on me.
Oh my goodness, it really depends on the stamina, and that's it.
Oh!
Kryptonite King.
Fitzworth was absolutely the kryptonite to kryptonite king as he gets the victory, coming back from the previous 2 rounds to get the vicious knockout. With all the craziness and happening, man, I'm so excited that we saw the end of that fight because that was looking amazing. That could possibly be fight of the night so far. As man, that was absolutely insane, and like that took my breath away. Is there any thoughts that you have about that crazy fight that we had?
Very flashy. A lot of feints. They were really looking to land something significant with the flashy kicks, and I think Quidsworth had capitalized on that. I think that he read his opponent very well. He would, as you saw at one point, he went for a hook, then he feinted the body hook, then he went for a high kick. And it's that kind of a mix-up between 2 high-level strikers that make for a very interesting match. I can't wait to see these two both fight again inside of the ESFL. With that being said, now we see Quidsworth go to 1-1 and Kryptonite King go to 0-2. So Kryptonite King's gonna be looking to he's gonna be on comeback season in the next fight that comes around.
Absolutely, but I will say the most important stat is that now Kryptonite King is 151, while his opponent is now 140. So it's gonna get to the head-to-head. So that's the main stat I'm worried about when it comes to the record. Like that, the fact that you guys are crazy in the head-to-head, Scott. I will like. How much time do you need to put in for 300 fights? That's crazy. I wish I had that level of dedication, but.
That is absolutely insane. No, that's absolutely insane. I mean, a lot of the times, I mean, I fought my friends, I fought people like, Bathing Ash and stuff like that a bunch of times, and we don't put on rivalry very much. And the fact that they do keep it on, that just kind of like nudges at you a little bit more. I'm just going to kind of throw fuel to the fire here. Kryptonite King, you're going to want to study up because your boy is now 140 up and you're 101. They're gonna want to study up a little bit, but either way,
put respect on this record. He's 151. I will protect you, Kryptonite King. As one king to another, you have the better record. So that's a bet. But speaking of intense and crazy records, no. Well, it might be in Primetime MMA, but like that's the main stat I like to focus on. But speaking on stuff to focus on. Omni, it's about that time as we are in the co-main event of Primetime MMA 2, as we have Freeze versus Honest Jim in our co-main event fight, as both guys are in the fighter selection screen. And what can you tell me about these both fighters as they get ready for this co-main event war right here?
So Freeze's statement is interesting. He said, win or lose, it will be a KO. And Honest Jim's statement is a late KO or decision. Honest Jim coming off of his 1 win against Trixie by a decision. And Freeze is coming off a first round KO. Both of these game plans look to be showing off their skill sets. Honest Jim's looking to be effective and tactical. Overall, Honest Jim's coming in with a well-rounded MMA base, and you know me, I am huge on that. I think that use all the tools that we have in there, and then we also have a good kickboxer and Freeze. So as this fight gets together, Honest Jim with the Usman pick and a Tony Ferguson pick. Let's get it going.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on Twitch and on YouTube for Primetime MMA 2. This is your co-main event of the evening. Honest Jim in the red gloves, Freeze in the blue, and already we're getting hot and heavy with the strikes as an overhand landing for Usman right there. And it seems like both guys are going to take a little bit of time to get warmed up. Oh, here we go. Going for the takedown. Gets a nice slam into the side saddle. And Honest Jim, this has to be looking really good as he wants to be on the ground if you're Kamaru Usman. Oh, he starts to get a crucifix, but gets the guy.
And he got the side control reversal. And now look at Freeze here. Freeze is now dominating Kamaru Usman. He already blocked one of the transitions, but he did not hit that one. He wasn't effectively using grappling advantage. Very nice denial going up, and he is able to now flip his opponent over with the up transition from half guard. And now Freeze is looking to try to pull some face out and puts him in a rubber guard position. He's looking to stack guard, and he does not get denied. Usman is now in a great position. However, he does not capitalize on that. and he's looking to get himself in top control again, and he does it successfully. And now he's looking to build that grappling meter, but he can't do it in time. He missed the sprawl transition. He's now on backside. This right here, going over the back mount, and he blocks it. This could be dangerous for Freeze.
It could be really dangerous as we see the backslide happening, and it's only we're almost at the 2:30 mark of this first round of the co-main event, and Freeze, he had a good chance. Oh, but he gets a good reversal. That is his second reversal on the ground, but he needs to do some damage, but he gets reversed again. They're just rolling around in the mud like pigs right now, as both guys are just denying transitions. Both guys trying to get a posture up, and here's the first posture up. This is gonna do some points and some damage to the head health of Freeze, as we see the screen turn red a little bit. Honest Jim using a lot of that stamina trying to get that posture up, but again, he has to feel good and confident for all of these denials and these posture ups, because he's looking really good on the ground right here.
Absolutely, and the thing about this is they're kind of just going at it, right? They're kind of just transitioning and such. Nobody's been able to establish a very good dominant position, and that was a good breakaway after the knee. And now this is where Freeze did well in the first fight, right? In his other fight, he had a first round KO. So right now he's looking to try to pressure Usman and use his boxing skill, but he got caught there. He got caught there a little bit from Usman with that jab hook. So right now, Usman again looking, and he gets out of the clinch. Kingsley, right now, this game plan, it seems pretty even on the ground, doesn't it?
Yeah, 30 seconds left, goes for a takedown, gets denied. Oh, he tries to go for a throw it again, but again, nice defense by Freeze right there. It seems like Honest Jim's game plan is like, go for the takedown, make your opponent uncomfortable to be on the ground, but when you get back up, you try to taunt the little bit of the ground game a little bit, and that opens up your opponent for the striking. As we that could have been damaging for the end of the first round. That could have been a crazy flash rock, but some good momentum for Freeze with that front kick. But so far, the ground game has been all Honest Jim on me.
I think that they're both going at it. And I think that right now, the Freeze made a good pick by picking Tony Ferguson. But he does get hit right. They're trading strikes a little bit. For a perfect, just a nice double leg takedown, and Freeze using the back get up to get himself on the cage, and if he's smart, he can get himself out. And look at that, reverses the back saddle transition, and he sways back. Oh, this is a very high technical fight, sir. This is very high technical things.
Absolutely technical, and another takedown attempt lands into side control for the Kamaru Usman. Honest Jim goes into a sprawl right here, and you have to think with 4 minutes left, he wants to go to the ground. He gets nice nails. He feels comfortable in this situation. If you're going to let your opponent back up, if you're going to not deny his transitions, you have to make sure that it's under 2 minutes. Just work on your opponent, get the damage in, but here we go into the clinch attempt. Goes for the bottom game situation, doesn't get the reversal, and this is where Freeze needs to go. He needs to deny these transitions and go for a posture, but he gets his back taken aback by Kamaru Usman, and this is not good for Freeze.
Not at all, and he's demonstrating, right on, Honest Jim is demonstrating high grappling IQ, and he just denied the full guard transition, which is a big opportunity. Now he's going to transition to top mount, and he has Ferguson in trouble. Now here's the thing, he did not block the full guard. However, he's been doing very well. Again, mid-transition goes for the back sitting. However, like I was mentioning before, a little bit of back and forth here. Nobody's really getting a lot of
posture up here.
Good. And he gets up. That was what Freeze needed to do at that moment. Excellent.
Absolutely, that's what the doctor ordered when it comes to the game plan. Get a little bit of posture up, score some damage, now bring it back to the feet, and just hope that you avoid the circumstances. Maybe not fight so close. Oh, I mean, he's thinking about it. Double uppercuts into the clinch. Oh boy, but a rock, huge rock for Honest Jim. Honest Jim back on the warpath. He said, if you're gonna try to stand up, here we go. You want this action on the stand up? Here we go. Oh, nice overheads coming back and forth, but nice uppercuts. The combinations are coming in fast and quick for Honest Jim. And here we go, Freeze needs to find a way to answer back, get some combinations of his own, get his back to the cage a little bit. He's going to be successful to another takedown attempt as we are under 1 minute. Here we go, the takedown attempt again, gets the back into a slam, into side posture. Oh.
For him, knowing he went for back saddle before, knowing to go for that takedown there, that requires a high grappling IQ, and that's an excellent transition denial. That's a very nice denial. And this is the kind of thing that you need to do. Mix up your game. Just like in the striking accolades, you need to switch up your ground game, and you need to mix it up to the point where you can take down your opponent and do it possible. He's getting the ball freeze right now. That's a good one, however, at the end of the round. And what do you think about this, Kingsley? I mean, who's ahead here?
I mean, I never leave it to the judges' scorecards, but it's looking with the ground game and with the striking, it's looking like it's in Honest Jim's favor. Now, if I was Freeze on the other side, you have to put up a show. You need to deny those takedowns because you know he's going to go for it in the first minute of this third and final round of our fourth fight here on Primetime MMA. And here we go. Will Freeze be able to deny the takedown and keep it standing up and maybe just get the advantage of the trades? But Honest Jim, he's going to be looking for these strikes. He liked it. And here we go. The takedown attempt into side control. And this is where Freeze does not want to be.
My thing about this is that, again, the grappling advantage. As you can see right now, you look at, that was good. I mean, he put himself in the half guard. But look out there just kind of going for transitions. If they were to go and just start hitting them just a little bit to gain some grappling advantage, this fight would be a little different.
Hashra is just so damaging. He gets a natural reversal into the stand-up. This is Freeze's chance. He still has plenty of time to make something happen. He needs to not get taken down. He gets a nice combination. Can he make any more of it? Goes for a Superman punch, but doesn't land. He's trying to disrupt that black cage. He's getting these trades. This is looking good. He's going for broke, but he gets taken down. The huge whip causes him to go back into the canvas, and now the crucifix. This is not looking good for Freeze. Freeze might be in trouble here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, a big thing about this too, I get it. You don't want to be taken down, but don't go at your opponent swinging all willy-nilly. You're making it easier for the guy. And this right here is one of those things Freeze will not forget. And because look at this. He then again went for the half guard at the same side that he did the first round. And now he's getting beat up a little bit, and we'll see if he's able to transition into a better position. He's going for a leg lock and gets denied. He gets denied from there, and now we can expect a posture up, and we do get it from Honest Jim.
Boy, and this could be damaging. We're under 2:20 left in the third and final round. Honest Jim trying to put away his opponent. He's predicted a late KO, but will he get it? He gets put into full guard here with just a little bit of 2 minutes. It seems like Freeze was trying to go for maybe a submission, but doesn't get it. And here we go, the posture up, just scoring points and scoring damage on Freeze. Usman is just having his time in his way in his ground game warfare. But here we go, stand up. Here we go. This is mom spaghetti time for Freeze right here. He gets put into a clinch, and he needs to find a way to, again, stupid uppercuts, but he's working with them. His stamina is low, but he needs to go for the home run hits right here. But again, the takedown attempt, but he gets out of it. This is his chance. Oh, what the straight! The straight ends the fight for Honest Jim as he gets the honest KO to get the victory in the co-main event. What a knockout!
That was unexpected. I mean, he came at him just a simple 1-2, landed him right away. And again, this was what I mentioned earlier. Freeze was getting frustrated.
Go ahead, Omi.
Freeze is going through, and he was starting to just start swinging. He was just swinging on this, swinging at Usman, but not really like, setting the tone, pressuring him a bit. He was just kind of swinging there. And as a result, he wasted his stamina and got caught with a 1-2. You got to love it. Great KO there. Great KO. Great KO from Honest Jim. And now Honest Jim goes to 2-0 and Freeze is 1-1 inside of the ESFL Prime MMA.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it just like clear up my glasses a little bit. It seemed like we were actually watching Usman actually fight in the virtual octagon on the ESFL network here on Primetime MMA. I mean, the takedowns were on par. He set them up, and when he saw his opponent not really be comfortable in that situation. I mean, granted, on Freeze's part, he was able to deny him. He was able to reverse. But then when it came to the posture up and just get out the crucifix and the side control, it seemed like the denials were on point for Honest Jim. And honestly, for Jim, he was looking good on the stand-up once he figured out that his opponent wasn't comfortable on the ground game. He was able to open up him with some strikes. He was able to get the rock after he did some takedowns, and then he got that vicious 1-2 straight into a knockdown and a knockout in the third round. And hopefully Freeze could come back to this. But honestly, I'm good showing with the Kamaru Usman. I feel like that might be his man, and I would love to see him in other primetime MMA fight cards because it seems like that's the fighter that fits him the most, because that was an impressive shot and it was very Usman-like. So hopefully he fought in the co-main. Maybe next time he gets to fight in a main event for Primetime MMA. But speaking of main events, let's just take a look back at this previous fight card before we go into our main event. Omni, what fights caught your eye, so to say, when you look back at this whole fight card in general?
Well, for one, the last fight, the co-main event, Honest Jim really showing a wrestling clinic there. That was absolutely excellent. And I think that we'll see more of that kind of action from him going forward. He seems really comfortable getting people to the ground, mixing up his takedowns and getting there. Another one I would say is ICB. Actually, I would say ICB as well, that those takedowns and showing his full-rounded MMA. And Lang Lucas making his debut statement. He showed the community what he was made of, and he's showing he was on the verge of top 100, and he absolutely outclassed his opponent there and dominated him with the Israel Adesanya pick in the first round. I'm excited to see more of these individuals inside of Primetime MMA and can't wait to see them next.
Absolutely. I mean, as you said, ICB Aleppo. I saw ICB Doctor on the clinic, and it was also a wrestling clinic with a Jorge Masvidal pick, which was very impressive. I know we did another shout out. I know we didn't see much due to the technical difficulties, but the Anthony Pettis of Kryptonite King was really awesome. But Quitsworth also getting a knockout. It was a crazy fight, but both guys were putting on a show for both competitors. And then again, for our first fight, Cyrus versus Mayhem, it was a crazy fight. It may have not been the most technical, but it was the most entertaining, along with so many other fights that were also amazing. So this whole entire fight card has been entertaining. It's been fun. It's been very technical. We saw a lot of ground wars. It's been fun so far. And before we get into our main event, again, we are live on YouTube and Twitch. We want to say thank you again to the UFC for giving us the raid and bringing all the community with us and just join us here for some high-level gameplay for UFC 4. I am your play-by-play commentator, Kingsley. Alongside me is Ruthless Omni, and we have said so many great things about this whole fight card, and especially with the ESFL network, where you see the high-level competitors fight in the Esports Fight League. There's a lot of competitive stuff. You can join us on Discord, be a part of this community, and maybe be in the fight of yourself. If you think you could do better, come join our Discord and be a part of one of our affiliate leagues, or be in the ESFL and join us and have a fight of your own and be in the spotlight of all your peers and all your comrades in the community. And it would just be a fun time. You will not regret it. But with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you've been waiting for it, but finally it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It is the main event of the evening, the moment you've all been waiting for. It will be DynoMMA versus ImColdBlooded. Omni, what do you have about these two competitors right here?
First of all, DynoMMA, I remember fighting him when I was on Xbox, and that dude would tear me apart with the striking. He uses feints so well and can catch you with things you're just not expecting. He's a world-class striker, a top Xbox ranked player, competitive, and he's looking to put a clinic on tonight for the viewers to enjoy. I'm cold-blooded as well, coming off a victory from Quitsworth, who we just saw before. World-class counter-striker, high-level striker, win or lose at first, he's going to press him and just give the fans a show. Let's get at it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. DynoMMA in the red corner. I'm cold-blooded in the blue, using Anderson Silva. A little bit of real-life rematch right here. This is our main event. It's a 5-round war. Here we go. And you can see the technicality. I remember seeing Dino fight a couple of times before. He loves to go for the kill. He used that Sal better pick for a lot of his fights. And he's looking to go for the KO. So we have to see what is ImColdBlooded going to do when he has to face a guy like Dino in this main event fight. Because it's not going to be 3 rounds. You can't use all of your stamina, all at once. You have to be strategic. It's like playing a game of chess. You need to figure out a way what you're going to be doing, change up your level, set everything up. You can't go willy-nilly. And you can see both guys being a little bit patient. So you see the spinning body kick coming from ImColdBlooded. ColdBlooded with some nice combinations and some nice hooks. And Dino needs to answer back. He gets a nice hook of him out. Tries to switch up his stance. Try to find his avenues where he can open up his opponent a little bit. Both guys take a little bit patient pressure, not the bar burners that we saw in the previous fight cards. We used to see leg kicks coming out from ImColdBlooded. ColdBlooded putting on some good combinations on Dino. This has been a good start for him so far on me.
Well, I'll tell you this, right? And one of the things to notice, which is that right there was an excellent teeth kick into a switch kick, is Dino is starting to fill out his opponent. He's switching his stances constantly to find what a good avenue is to come at his opponent. And ImColdBlooded is landing some really nice, clever combos within close striking distance and after he lands. But right now, Dino's getting off his jab, landing a kick, and we also saw, again, another body kick from ImColdBlooded. He catches that kick, and a front kick from ImColdBlooded. What we're seeing right here is two high-level strikers switching stances, feeling each other out, and trying to find the best avenue from where to strike and where to attack. As you can see, they're feinting, and they are landing incredible kicks. Kingsley, ooh. That's wonderful.
Absolutely. And both guys going for a bucket. Oh, that head kick almost landed, but a nice hook coming out from ImColdBlooded. Both guys just taking their time. You have to say that for this main event, these guys took it really seriously. They had a long fight camp. They were trying to figure out what their opponent was going to do. They went in the lab, and now they're taking it very seriously. I'm just trying to figure out their opponents. As both guys using the kicks, using the strikes, trying to figure out their distance, trying to figure out the range. As we're approaching less than 1 minute here. Both guys fighting strikes in a nice body shot. Doesn't land. Doesn't land. That's stamina. That is costly. And both guys just whiffing the leg kick, going to the body shot as both guys try to land it. But another whiff. That is going to be huge for Dino. Just taking advantage of the body shots. And he's keep on doing it consistently as we're approaching less than 20 seconds actually in this first round of 5 rounds of our main event here on this.
One thing to make note of, right, is that this is a 5 round, as you said. And so far in this round, I have seen successfully that both of these guys have landed about 5 times to each other's body. And in a 5-round fight, the stamina attacks of the kicks, the stamina attacks of it landing, that's really going to play a big impact here. And that's a lovely sign of messaging respect. I love messing with people and doing that. So awesome. Respect to both of them. High-level technical fighting here. This is definitely worthwhile to be a main event from both of these undefeated individuals. And I'm excited to see what they do inside the second round, how they both adjust. It looked like Dino was getting the best of ImColdBlooded with the body kicks early on in that first round.
Absolutely. As we are in the second round of our 5-round main event of Primetime MMA 2 on the ESFL network. And you can see Dino. I would not want to be a judge when it comes to this fight because both guys seem like they're going to not really make it easy for the eyes to see. As we see combinations landing from ImColdBlooded, attack the body, switching up his levels a little bit, while Dino answering back in kind. And you can see these guys are virtually identical when it comes to like fight style. Both guys are just attacking the body, attacking the face a little bit, but trying to figure out their distance. And look at the total strikes landed. Only 3 strikes separate both guys. It was 38 to 35 in the favor of ImColdBlooded. Both guys are just trying to strategically find out what their avenues are going to be for strikes.
Exactly. And taking a look at this, look at how they're just coming at each other. They're trying to make reads. They're timing each other out. Who's moving his head? Oh, that was lovely. That was a lovely hook to a straight right there. And that was right there. You see how he lunged into that straight? And you see how, just a return. That was a lovely return as well with the body kick. And the thing about this is that they're gauging the distance and they know where they can strike. And they're not, let's say like they're out of striking range. They're not throwing hooks. You know, they're walking into that. They're doing this very intelligently. That's a wonderful 2 jabs and a body straight from ImColdBlooded. And again, you see Dino going for that body kick because he's reading the range and he's reading the opponent, and so is ImColdBlooded, and that was a lovely body kick right there. Oh, and he mixed it up.
Oh, but he answers in. I know, answers in kind with a vicious head kick right there. Both guys are just damaging the head health of both competitors as we're getting closer and closer to 2-minute warning in the second round right here. Dino taking the center of the octagon, but he gets slipped and hit with a nice straight by the Anderson Silva and ImColdBlooded. ImColdBlooded It's looking really good. But again, he needs to attack the body a little more. And both guys trying to slip right there. Feint trying to gauge what their opponent's going to do a little bit. And then a huge whiff on the leg kick from Dino. Dino trying to figure out his way and trying to get some strikes. But he gets a nice hook. Answering back with some nice strikes. Tries to go for a pull. Trying to assume what his opponent's going to do. But a nice body shot from ImColdBlooded. Looking really good right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing about an Anderson Silva pick, though, is cardio. And this is a 5-round fight. And so far, yeah, he's landed some good shots. I'm curious to see when you're fighting against the champion Israel Adesanya, and he's hitting you in the body, and you're also hitting him in the body, what your stamina looks like in the fourth. I'm more so looking ahead right now. But that was a lovely front kick to the face.
See a nice vicious front kick coming from ImColdBlooded, but
Absolutely
nice
vicious.
body shots from Dino. And Dino trying to get some strikes in, but oh, he suffers. Both guys are just going back and forth when it comes to striking, just carbon copies of each other. And we've just seen some high-level striking coming right here. It's absolutely nuts as we approach the end of the... Oh, but that knee, just 1 second left, and that knee would have been so vicious. And again, Omni, how would you score that round? It's been too close to call when it comes to it.
I wouldn't want this to be, I wouldn't want to be a judge right now. As you can see, the body kicks are damaging, and they showed that in the replay. We don't really care about the replays. What was interesting is that the read, though, at the end of that round was the knee to him going down. And that right there might be a good thing, but it could be a bad thing. So let's see what happens in this third round here.
Let's see what happens in our third round of our 5-round main event here on the ESFL network on Primetime MMA 2. Again, Dino in the red gloves uses the style bender. ImColdBlooded in the blue using Anderson Silva. Both guys doing the same as they did before in the first and second round. Taking their time, trying to make this more of a kickboxing match. Not one takedown that we've seen so far. We've seen, I think we might have seen a clinch, but it's just been non-stop striking for both guys. And as you see the toe strikes landing, as we saw a nice strike landing from ImColdBlooded, it was 70 to 68 for ImColdBlooded. So that might play in favor, especially if these are constant strikes. As you can see, another combination into the bicep. Oh, but that would change the momentum a little bit. Dino with a nice vicious head kick and a body shot. And will that count as a knockdown or just a slip down? We have to see what happens in the fight sets if they're going to count that. But very good momentum builder for Dino as he gets a little bit of a momentum right there for in that case Omni.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing about that is he was showing the body kick so much, and that right there, though, before we even talk about that high kick, that right there is amazing. Doing the jabs, the lunge jab with the overhand, you break the block and you land the overhand. That's like a freebie, and that's awesome. The thing about this, though, ColdBlooded is now switching up the style and brawling a little bit. He's really getting closer. He's leaning his head a lot. And Dino did a very good job before with landing that high kick because he kept missing up to the body, Kingsley. And I would imagine here that we're going to see more of that going into the fourth and the fifth round. And see if ColdBlooded continues to do his brawling style, as you can see here with the boxing.
Well, and speaking of ImColdBlooded, he had a nice sequence right there. He was able to predict where Dino was going to slip and had him with a vicious hook and attacking the bite. That's going to score some nice points, even though he got rocked down. I mean, this is looking good. He's able to predict what his opponent's going to do with slip. And that front kick, just a little bit of distance, and that could have been all 0. But now, Dino kind of whipping a little bit. ImColdBlooded has to be feeling some of the momentum back as he's getting some strikes in, and both guys' head health is looking kind of low. It's going to get closer and closer where one mistake for one of these competitors could be the difference in who wins or who loses as we're approaching the 1 minute mark of our third round in our 5-round fight in the main event. And that vicious overhand that disrupted the black gates a little bit but didn't connect fully as ImColdBlooded feeling himself a little bit. He has a little bit of momentum, but Dino, he has that rock, so he has to feel confident about it. It's going to be tough how this goes in the fourth round, as you were saying, as we were close to the 30-second mark here on.
Absolutely, because I'm looking again.
ColdBlooded. This is what I was talking about. He's spilling himself. He was having some nice momentum, but he's not going to be too careless. He's going to try to figure out his patience and find out his striking as he's disrupting that blockade, and the head health is so low. He's getting the straight slip as that is the end of the third round. We are in the main event rounds here as we take a look at the replay here. Nice head kick to get the rock, but hopefully we get to see ImColdBlooded's replay as we see again another head kick. Man, Omni, this is a close fight right here. This is going to be really difficult for the judges.
Absolutely. And I think the best thing that we can say about this is that these individuals are going at each other with high technical striking. Nobody's dominating the other person, right? And I'm cold-blooded with the goal to come in with Anderson Silva pick against Dino when he's beating Adriano Adesanya. That shows he has a lot of confidence in his striking and a lot of confidence in his technicalities, Kingsley. And I think that going into this 5th round, the only thing he has to worry about is that and his stamina.
Right now, when you get into these championship rounds, it's about the mistakes. Who's gonna make the least mistakes to get the win. And you saw the whip kicks not landing for ImColdBlooded and Dino taking advantage, and you can't do that. As we take a look back at the total strikes landed, only 4 strikes separate these competitors in the favor of ImColdBlooded, 104 to 100. And man, it's close and tight, and you need to figure out what can you do to make a difference? And an overhand lands. That changes the fight a little bit. That the momentum, the blockades is slow. The head health is low. ImColdBlooded. He doesn't want to make a mistake here. He doesn't want to whip because he knows Dino will go for a home run hit if his back is to the cage and he doesn't become it. And there it is. Kills Rock. Goes for a question mark kick, but doesn't land. We saw that before when he was bone doing work in his first contest. If he gets hit with an overhand doing a question mark kick, he is successful to get knocked out. But under 3 minutes, there's still a chance for both of these competitors to take the victory. And man, it's so close on me. Who's gonna take it?
I think that right now, what's really interesting is both of these guys blocked in their head health, and the stamina again is coming to play here. Like I was mentioning in the beginning.
Oh, the cross market! Oh my goodness!
And he slips back. Like he gets caught by that uppercut. That right there is significant. Dino is starting to land in succession with his hands. Kingsley, I'm telling you, this is becoming a very, as you said, do-or-die situation. The little mistakes is what is going to cost one of these 2 great MMA, ESFL competitors the win here.
I usually save it for the final round, but man, we might be in mom's spaghetti time in the 4th round. I mean, it was so close for both these competitors. I mean, ImColdBlooded, he has low stamina, but he's getting some nice combinations. Again, as we've been saying, one mistake, one overhand, one head kick, one question mark kick from Dino can change his whole fight. If someone gets knocked down into the ground and pound position, that could possibly be it. But the body shots are landing for Dino. Dino getting a vicious uppercut. This could be his chance. Will he get it under 1 minute, or will he survive? Oh, the question mark kick, he slipped the wrong way. Will this be it? He goes to the ground and pound. This could be all she wrote. Will Dino gets the main event victory!
Mom Spaghetti time!
Win! Mom Spaghetti time lives well in the 4th round of this main event as Dino gets the main event victory in a very game opponent, and ImColdBlooded. What a contest!
Wow, and that right there shows the technical skill of Dino and his confidence to stay cool when he got rocked, when his block was getting broken. He kept distance. He kept mixing it up to the body, to the legs, to the head, to the point that he was able to land that question mark kick perfectly. And ended the fight with a top mount finish of 2 hooks. That was excellent work.
I wouldn't say I called it, but I called it a little bit. When the knockdown happened, it was like the head health was so low for both competitors. If someone got knocked down and they were able to be in a posture of ground and pound situation, it was probably going to be unless you had stellar ground and pound defense. But as we saw in that replay, in the final moments that led into the knockdown, it was the slip that caused ImColdBlooded to get rocked and knocked down. And it was a question mark kick, so his timing was off. So he probably was expecting maybe a body shot or maybe a hook or maybe something differently, but he guessed wrong, and that one mistake cost him the main event. But Dino able to be calm, cool, collected, knowing that he had the rock and he had the opportunity, and then he went with that trusted question mark kick to end the victory. And this time it actually worked out for him. He was able to not get hit with an overhand and get the victory in a very amazing main event fight. And man, what a way to close out the whole show, Omni.
And that is what the ESFL is all about, folks. And if you are watching now, following, I do ask that you go and you hit the follow button and you tune in for next time when we are live, because overall you're going to see great action. And if you like the game of UFC 4, you're trying to play competitively, or you're just trying to get better so you can beat up your friends and win some money, this is the place where you can learn that. We're talking people that are great at striking, feinting, and predicting their opponents. We're talking people that are going to go with great jiu-jitsu artists and choke somebody out. We're talking individuals that are high competitor levels that are not going to go in there and just tease you and do that guillotine choke, but maybe they would. And we're talking about the highest of high caliber individuals here that are going out of their way to entertain you. So we want to thank everybody for coming through, especially to watch Dino and Cold-Blooded. That was awesome, Kingsley.
Absolutely. I mean, you definitely want to hit that follow button because speaking of next time, we are back live again as we have another official ESFL fight card going to plan, and it's going to be amazing. That's going to be at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then on Sunday night, ESFL, that will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be on the lookout. It's only going to get better and better. You want to follow on Twitch. You want to subscribe on YouTube. You want to join the Discord. You want to join our affiliate leagues like Primetime, like UFL, like IXC, and many others that we have under our ESFL network umbrella. It's only going to get better and better. And I couldn't have said it better myself, Omni. It has been amazing so far. It's been an honor to commentate with you, to have everyone help us in the back.
You're too kind, fellow red shirt.
Absolutely. We're gonna need to a rose color. I mean, us red shirts have to stay together. But man, shout out to Jer for handling production. He's always killing it and behind the scenes and all that stuff. And it's been so amazing so far. And I can't wait to do this again in the weekend. So you guys definitely want to be a part of this and follow all the channels and all the things because it's gonna be amazing. Omni, any last words that you have?
Well, of course. You can find me next weekend commentating this. I'm going to be doing this more often. I think I'll try to do it for Wednesdays. Overall, I do stream as well. Kingsley also produces content. You know, there's other people that put in content for the ESFL. They're competitors. You don't have to wait for the ESFL all the time. You can go and follow these individuals who do stream. Some of them may not be in the ESFL today, but I know people like Cody Dank, D-Mark Gaming, iPrioxis, Ed Parker. These individuals are high-level gamers, and you can go and follow them as well. Overall, I appreciate the opportunity for being able to commentate with you, Kingsley, us fellow red shirts. I don't know if next time we commentate, we do this again. But overall, it has to be. so overall, just thanks for the opportunity, guys. And see you next time.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the ESFL. I've been Kingsley. That has been Ruthless Omni. We will see you guys on Saturday. Have a good one and be safe. We'll catch you next time in the fight cards.
Peace.